Imagine this for just one moment. In the space between one breath and the next, your head fills with a billion screams. These are not sounds that travel through the air to reach your ears. They are signals. Pure, raw, unfiltered pain. Every single ache, every sharp sting, every dull throb, felt by every person on this planet, all at once, becomes yours. It is a storm of sensation that erupts not around you, but within the deepest parts of your mind. There is no warning. There is no escape. There is only the sudden, overwhelming flood, a chorus of agony that drowns out everything you have ever known. This is not a simple headache or the memory of a broken bone. It is the sting of a paper cut in an office in Tokyo, the searing heat of a burn in a kitchen in Cairo, the crushing pressure on a miner's chest in Chile, the sharp, piercing cry of a newborn in Toronto. To understand the flood, you must first understand a single drop. Pain is not merely a sensation, it is a complex message, a critical alarm system built into our very biology. It begins when specialized nerve endings scattered throughout your skin, muscles and organs detect a threat. A cut, a burn, a pressure that is too intense. These nerves fire off an electrical signal, a tiny spark of information that travels at incredible speed along a pathway to your spinal cord. From there, the signal is relayed upward on a direct and urgent journey to the control center of your entire being, the brain. Once this signal arrives, the brain's work truly begins. It does not just register the pain, it interprets it, gives it context, and makes it real to your conscious mind. The thalamus acts as a relay station, sorting the incoming signals. Then the somatosensory cortex gets to work, creating a precise map that tells you exactly where the pain is coming from. Your finger, your back, your tooth. It gives the pain a location, a physical address on the landscape of your body. This is the what and where of pain. It is the part that says, danger, right here, you know. But there is another, more powerful part. The brain's limbic system, the seat of our emotions, receives the same signal. This is where the feeling of pain is born. Now, let us begin to scale this experience. Start with one person. You cut your finger while preparing a meal. A sharp, localized pain. The nerve fires its singular message. Your brain maps it to left index finger and triggers a reflex. You pull away, run cold water, find a bandage. Move on. The system works. Let's widen the net slightly. Imagine feeling a handful of others. Your child scrapes a knee. Your partner develops a migraine. Your friend sprains an ankle. Your brain must juggle several distinct pain maps, each with location, intensity, and emotional texture. It can probably do this. We experience a faint echo through empathy. We wince. Mirror neurons let us connect, but push further. Expand to 1,000 people, 1,000 distinct pain files per second. A burn victim, a shattered leg, a patient in dental surgery. Your sorting system strains, maps overlap. Pain in someone's leg starts to feel like it's in your chest. Signals interfere. Focus becomes impossible. Let us not stop there. Escalate to 1 million, 100 million, now 8 billion. The signals are no longer files, they are a tsunami. Waves crash without pause. The brain, built for a gentle stream, now faces a roaring ocean. It was never meant to bear the burden of a world. Why does the brain break under such a load? It is not a failure of will, but a failure of biology. The brain is a physical system with finite resources. Neurons fire in complex patterns to create reality, then need a refractory reset. Overwhelming bombardment compromises that reset. Forced to fire continuously, they deplete neurotransmitters until the system sputters and fails. Precision collapses. The maps bleed into one another. The cortex cannot tell where one body ends and another begins. Birthing total body agony. Pain everywhere and nowhere. A featureless landscape of hurt. Consciousness depends on organized activity, a coherent story. When organization dissolves, so does self. Attention shatters. It tries to focus on everything and grasps nothing. Identity fragments into a million pieces of someone else's pain, or the opposite, a single unified field of suffering. Breakdown creates a catastrophic feedback loop. Pain triggers fear. Fear amplifies pain. Normally, you can interrupt it. Not here. The loop spins out of control. Fear feeds pain, which feeds more fear, devouring cognition. The brain drowns in a self-perpetuating storm with no neurological escape. The mind does not suffer alone. The body is tethered to the brain. When the brain screams, the body convulses. Unrelenting pain triggers a massive fight-or-flight response, but there is nothing to fight, nowhere to flee. So the body turns on itself. A flood of stress hormones, adrenaline, cortisol, far beyond design. Heart rate skyrockets, pounding without end. Breathing becomes rapid and shallow, a desperate gasp. Blood leaves digestion and non-essentials, floods tensed muscles, ready for a battle that will never come. This state is not meant to be permanent. It is an emergency protocol. When the emergency never ends, the protocol becomes the poison. Constant strain can cause cardiac arrest. Extreme pressure can trigger an aneurysm or a stroke. Organs fail under chemical assault. Digestion shuts down. Kidneys struggle and may fail. Chronic stress suppresses immunity, leaving you vulnerable, while inflammation can make immune cells attack healthy tissues. Could you survive this onslaught? For moments, perhaps. For hours or days? It is highly unlikely. The brain may force a shutdown, you might faint, but the body's storm rages on. Now, step back and consider the effect on the world. What if this condition was not unique to you? What if everyone woke up feeling everyone else's pain? The outcome would not be a utopia of perfect empathy, but a catastrophe of mass paralysis. The foundation of society, to act, to work, to care, would crumble. The farmer cannot harvest, the doctor cannot operate, the pilot cannot fly. A surgeon making the first incision is slammed by a million wounds. Hands shake, focus shatters. She's incapacitated. Helping requires controlled pain, now unbearable. Caregivers would be first to fall. This would not foster connection. It breeds isolation. You cannot comfort a crying child or hold a loved one's hand. Touch becomes more pain. People retreat, curled in on themselves. Families and communities dissolve. The world grinds to a halt. Economies collapse. Supply chains break. Power grids fail. There is no one to answer. No one to drive. No one to put out the fires. The empathy we believe would save us becomes our executioner. 8 billion private hells, each knowing all others suffer too. You have endured the storm. You have felt the world's agony. You have experienced the breakdown of mind and body. You have witnessed civilization's collapse. You have carried a burden no soul was meant to carry, holding one desperate hope, that by feeling this pain, you could understand it. That terrible knowledge would lead to purpose. But here is the most devastating twist. The most painful truth is not in the feeling, but its source. Imagine you survive. Your brain adapts. It learns to filter. It learns to categorize. It mutes the noise to a manageable hum. You begin to act. You feel a child's sudden pain miles away. You call help. You save a life. Relief flickers. Purpose found. But the background hum does not lessen. It grows louder. You ease one pain and perceive 10 more hungry, 100 lonely, 1,000 afraid. The web is infinite. To heal one wound reveals 1,000 more. The ocean has no bottom. Your quest deepens your damnation. Then the revelation. You are not just a receiver, you are a participant. The system is two-way.